For most of the 20th century, if you wanted to understand the American economy, you didn't look at tech startups or software companies. You looked at machines. Massive earth-moving machines painted in that distinctive shade of yellow. Machines built by one company, Caterpillar. Founded in 1925, Caterpillar wasn't just building equipment, it was building America itself. The Hoover Dam, the interstate highway system, every major mining operation extracting the commodities that powered the global economy. And on Wall Street, Caterpillar was royalty. In 1991, when the Dow Jones Industrial Average needed to modernize, they chose Caterpillar to represent the future of American industry. Alongside Disney and J.P. Morgan, Caterpillar replaced aging industrial names like Navistar and U.S. Steel. It was a company that mattered. But then, something changed.
Tonight, the information superhighway and one of its main thoroughfares, an online network called Internet.
The Internet boom happened. Then, the smartphone revolution. Then, cloud computing. And with each wave, the old industrial giants, companies like Caterpillar, General Electric, Boeing, found themselves slowly being pushed out of the spotlight. By 2025, the story was stark. Microsoft, Apple, Nvidia, each worth over $3 trillion. The entire big tech ecosystem, over $10 trillion combined. Caterpillar, just under $200 billion. The companies that once powered America had become boring, legacy businesses from a bygone era, or so everyone thought. November 2022, OpenAI releases ChatGPT to the public. Within 5 days, 1 million users. Within 2 months, 100 million users. The AI race was officially on. Every tech giant scrambled to catch up. Google launched Gemini. Anthropic raised billions for Claude. Elon Musk launched Grok. Microsoft invested $13 billion in OpenAI. But here's what most people don't understand about AI. These chatbots you interact with, they're just the tip of the iceberg. Behind every conversation with ChatGPT, there's an invisible infrastructure. A massive, sprawling, incredibly power-hungry infrastructure. Welcome to the world of AI infrastructure. Think of it in layers. Layer 1, the user interface. ChatGPT, Gemini, Anthropic's Claude, Grok. These are what you and I interact with, the applications. Layer 2, the cloud providers. But those applications run on massive cloud computing platforms. AWS, Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud. These companies build and operate the data centers where AI actually lives. Layer 3, the hardware manufacturers. And those data centers need specialized hardware. NVIDIA makes the GPUs that power AI training. TSMC manufactures the chips. Companies like AMD and Intel compete for market share. But here's the thing nobody was talking about. All of this requires an absolutely staggering amount of energy. A single ChatGPT query uses nearly 10 times more electricity than a standard Google search. A single large-scale data center, it can consume as much power as 800,000 homes. According to Goldman Sachs, by 2030, data centers will account for 8% of total U.S. power demand, up from just 3% in 2022. The International Energy Agency projects global electricity demand from data centers will more than double by 2026. And suddenly, the tech giants had a problem, a big one. They had the AI models, they had the cloud infrastructure, they had the chips, but they didn't have enough power to run it all. September 2024, Microsoft makes a stunning announcement. They've signed a 20-year power purchase agreement to restart 3 Mile Island. Yes, that 3 Mile Island, the site of the worst nuclear accident in U.S. history. Unit 1, which shut down in 2019 for economic reasons, would be restarted specifically to power Microsoft's data centers. All 835 megawatts, enough to power 800,000 homes. Microsoft wasn't alone. Amazon purchased a data center campus right next to Pennsylvania's Susquehanna nuclear plant. Google announced investments in next-generation nuclear technologies. Oracle announced plans for a 1 gigawatt data center campus powered by 3 small modular reactors. The message was clear. The tech giants were desperate for reliable, 24/7 carbon-free power. And that's where our story takes an unexpected turn. While everyone was watching NVIDIA's stock price explode and debating whether AI would take all our jobs, something remarkable was happening at Caterpillar. That old industrial company, the one Wall Street had written off as yesterday's news, it was quietly becoming essential to the AI revolution. Third quarter 2025, Caterpillar releases its earnings. Sales and revenues, $17.6 billion, up 10% year over year. But here's the detail that should have made everyone sit up and pay attention. For the first time in Caterpillar's 100-year history, their energy and transportation segment, $28.9 billion in annual revenue, had decisively surpassed their traditional construction industries business at $25.5 billion. Power generation, which is where data centers fall, has been the main part of that growth. So what exactly is Caterpillar providing? Complete power solutions built specifically for data centers. Natural gas generators that run 24/7. Combined systems that generate electricity and cooling simultaneously. Battery backup. All the controls and switchgear to tie it together. The promise? Energy independence, faster deployment, and they're already building it. And the deals started coming. August 2025, Caterpillar partners with Joule Capital to power a 4,000-acre data center campus in Utah. 4 gigawatts of capacity, enough to power 4 million homes. Launch 2026. The deals kept coming, and Wall Street noticed. Morgan Stanley raised their price target for Caterpillar, noting the company's strategic position in the data center power market. The company's backlog had reached an all-time record of $39.8 billion, up 39% year over year, with most growth coming from power generation and oil and gas orders tied to data center development. Think about what's happening here for a moment. In the 1950s, 60s, 70s, Caterpillar built the infrastructure that powered the 20th century economy. Highways, dams, mining operations, oil pipelines. Now, in the 2020s, they're building the infrastructure that powers the 21st century economy. The invisible infrastructure. The data centers and power systems that make artificial intelligence possible. The technology changed, the application changed, but the fundamental role? It stayed the same. Caterpillar has always been in the business of powering civilization, first with roads and dams, now with electrons and algorithms. The digital economy needs the industrial economy, always has, always will. And companies like Caterpillar, companies that know how to move Earth, generate power, and build things that work in the real world, are suddenly essential again. Which raises a fascinating question. Is Caterpillar's story unique? Or is it a preview of something bigger? The U.S. needs to add 125 gigawatts of new power capacity over the next decade just to support data centers and AI. That means more natural gas production and infrastructure, more nuclear reactors being built or restarted, more electrical equipment manufacturers, more construction of power plants and substations. So where does this leave Caterpillar? The company celebrated its 100th anniversary in 2025. Management has signaled plans for profitable growth to extend its leadership into the next 100 years. Their energy and transportation segment is now their biggest and fastest growing business. They remain one of just 30 companies in the Dow Jones Industrial Average, a position they've held since 1991. The competition is fierce. Cummins, Siemens, GE, they all see the opportunity. Can Caterpillar execute its $40 billion backlog? Will AI power demand keep growing? Can they stay ahead? The next 2 years will tell us everything. For 2 decades, we've talked about digital versus physical, software versus hardware. But artificial intelligence is teaching us something. The digital economy needs the physical economy. Always has, always will. Every algorithm needs electricity. Every data center needs to be built. Every cloud needs copper, steel, and concrete. For 100 years, Caterpillar has been building the foundations of the American economy. Turns out, they still are. Thanks for watching. If you want more deep dives into the companies and deals that are actually building tomorrow, hit subscribe.